Hey guys, Wolfwaves here. Today I was going to go over what I thought was really a strange thing to be upset about. Some controversy over Cyberpunk 2077 being in first-person perspective. What strikes me as odd is that, first of all, CD Projekt Red never stated that Cyberpunk 2077 was going to be a third-person game. I just wanted to get that out of the way first, because to me that's kind of a ridiculous notion to be upset about, that a video game that a developer has spent at least 6 years developing, people are upset that the game is in first-person perspective for the most part. Now, there is mixed third-person perspective and first-person perspective, which, strangely enough, for those of you who are upset about this, was mentioned in a presentation slide in 2013 when the game was first announced. It boggles my mind that anybody could try to be upset about the fact that CD Projekt Red is taking creative freedoms into account and developing a game that they wanted to develop, that we are going to have the privilege of playing. It's not like CD Projekt Red is known for having shoddy business practices or crappy games. This is one of the top tier developers that we are lucky enough to have in our hobby. There are literal petitions and boycotts surrounding Cyberpunk 2077 being in first-person perspective. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry if you feel this way. I can't change that. If it's something that, it's so important to you that you are willing to not purchase the game, it's incredible. It's incredible to me. I think we can all say we played a first-person game before. But have we ever played a first-person game that CD Projekt Red has developed? Do we even know what their vision is going to be like? We've literally seen zero gameplay, and everyone's going insane that Cyberpunk 2077 is in first-person perspective for the most part. Now, could this be in part of being spoiled by Bethesda, how they allow you to choose between first-person perspective and third-person perspective? I don't know. There are a lot of games that make strange choices, but because of those choices, they become cult classics. Most notably, Nier Automata, how it really changes up gameplay elements. And you know what? Yoko Taro made a creative decision to have the game switch perspectives and gameplay styles. I didn't see any petitions or boycotts. Yeah, some people didn't like it and some people did. But the game was universally lauded and critically received in a very positive way. I think that gamers, and I don't want to just corral everybody into this sort of stereotype because I am a gamer as well, obviously. But I think that in this day and age, we are trying to make developers cater to us and trying to put aside their vision for the game that they want to create, the hours that they put in, the artwork that they create, the storylines that they create, the mechanics, the engines, everything that they painstakingly create and take hundreds of thousands of hours to do. We're gonna go ahead and try to boycott their game because it's in first-person perspective. This is the way they wanted to present the game. This is the way they wanted to present the world. I guess I can understand why some people would find it strange that CD Projekt Red has stated that we're going to have very deep customization and then put us in a first-person perspective. But I think that people are forgetting that this is an RPG, and it's a CD Projekt Red RPG, which means it's going to be pretty story-heavy. And with a story-heavy game comes many cutscenes and interactive cutscenes with choices and dialogue options. We're going to be able to see our character a lot. I mean, we saw Geralt a lot, right? And yeah, he was third person, but we saw him a lot in cutscenes. When you were playing in third person, you saw the back of his head. That's about all you were able to see from him, unless he was in a cutscene. I'm just appalled at the behavior. To me, it's just petty. They don't owe us anything. They're making us a game that people have been mind blown coming out of the demo that they had at E3. They're saying that this game is just incredible to look at. It's incredible to see in action. The story is presented beautifully. I mean, the trailer itself was just filled with so much character and with so much atmosphere that if this game was played in first person, I don't see how I would want to boycott it. Now, Should they add a third-person perspective? That's going to be the key argument here for this video. I personally believe that video games are an art form. If CD Projekt Red buckles at the knee and gives in to these demands of having a third-person camera, to me, that shows a weakness with the statement that they have for their work of art, which is Cyberpunk 2077. If they wanted to originally make this game a first-person perspective game, and because of a bunch of people who are threatening to boycott and petition and create more negative coverage for them, it's just out of this world crazy to me. This is a work of art. It's like if you asked a musician, let's say you asked Kendrick Lamar, let's say you said, Kendrick Lamar, he's coming out with a new album, right? And he's saying, oh yeah, this is gonna have a lot of guitar and realistic drums, and it's going to be a lot more, there's going to be a lot more guitar distortion. It's going to be a lot more instrumental heavy. I'm not going to have any more 808s in there. There's not going to be any, trap drums and claps, and there's not going to be any trap hi-hats. It's all going to be natural, and I'm going to be, singing a lot more and doing a lot more of that. If people were starting to complain and saying, hey, we're going to boycott your album, we're going to petition so that you can go back to being a rapper and you rap and you have more trap drums, and he gives in and he cancels his project all because of some people who said that they're not going to want to listen to him, what kind of artistic integrity do you have if you give in to something like that? You need to stay true to the image and the heart of the project that you have. I am glad that CD Projekt Red is doing what they want to do. I would play this game if it was third person or first person. I would play this game regardless, because it's a game that CD Projekt Red has created, and I am extremely interested in it. I want to experience the project that they created. I don't want them to cater to me. I want to play what they made. I don't want to play a game I made. I want to play a game they made. And I'm going to play it in that way. Again, guys, this to me, it's just artistic integrity to me is extremely important. I think that the video game industry as a whole is beautiful. They have art, they have programming and science, they have music, they have dialogue, they have so many moving parts and so many beautiful artistic components. It sucks to have to defend an artist's decision, and it pains me to see that people are trying to boycott and petition something that they don't personally like. It's like, okay, if you don't want to play a first-person RPG, then don't play it. But stop trying to force the hand of a developer who spent years and years creating a project out of pure passion. This is what they wanted to do. I know this video may have come off a little hostile or aggressive, but I really don't come from a place like that. I come more from a place of shock and awe that video gamers are coming to this. I just don't want to see us heading this way. Video gaming has never been better. Yeah, there's some shady practices like loot boxes and DLC and premium passes and all that crap, but we're making strides in that. As we can see with Battlefield 5, they're getting rid of a season pass. You buy the $60 game and you get all the maps for no additional cost. We're making strides. The industry will react to us, but them trying to squeeze money out of our pockets and them choosing a certain camera angle for their project are two completely separate things, and two things that should be kept in different hats. You should petition a season pass. You should petition them locking content that they already created behind a paywall to get more money out of it. But you should not petition a developer who decided to make an artistic decision. I apologize, you guys, but this is just too much. It's too damn much. I hope that those of you who were thinking about petitioning or boycotting the game because it's in first person to reconsider and just figure out what the game's going to be all about. I'll tell you one thing. For all of Bethesda's games, I generally play them in first person. Sometimes I'll pop out a third person to just kind of look at the gear that I got. But other than that, the shooting and the fighting and everything felt a lot more immersive when I was in first person. Now, the cutscenes, I wished that, like Skyrim, for example, I wish that it would allow you to switch to third person so you can kind of see your character. But I understand that they kept it first person because your mouth doesn't really move and whatever. Unless you were in third person perspective already, then you would talk, but you would only see the back of your head. In Fallout, when you were in first person, it would switch to third person during cutscenes. And that was great because I got to see my character's clothes. I got to see my character's personalization. The exact same thing has already been confirmed for Cyberpunk 2077. You're going to be able to see your character a lot. And they've stressed that because they're also kind of caught back at this backlash that it's first person. It's incredible. Guys, whether or not you agree with me, I hope that you at least took the time to hear me out and hear out my opinion on this. I really only wish the best for CD Projekt Red. I think that they're one of the best, if not the best developer that we've had. They make me proud to be a video gamer, and I have so much to show from their side, and I have so much to teach other people about their development practices and the hard work that they put into their games. I stand by them. I do. Now, of course, that could change whether or not their behavior becomes something of extreme greed. But as you can see, they take things that they like. They take worlds that they love and they create games out of them. Now, whether or not Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be great, we don't know yet. We haven't played it. But please give it the chance. Please give them a chance and play the game. If you don't like the first person combat, then that's because their first person didn't live up to your expectations. But don't just boycott and petition it because you don't like it. Why don't you try to... I didn't hear people saying, oh, why is Gears of War third person? I want a petition to make them put first person perspective in. It's ridiculous. That's the way they created the game, and that's what the game is. Once again, guys, this has been Wolfwaves. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here today. Thanks for hearing me out. If you enjoyed the video, please just give it a like and subscribe to the channel because I have a lot more gaming content like this coming up in the future. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What is your opinion on this? Do you agree with the petition and the backlash, or do you also think that it's a little too much right now for that? Or do you just think that, you know, we're going in a direction that we shouldn't be going in? Thank you again so much. Follow me on Twitter if you can. I'm a regular on Twitter, so just go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I always post little things here and there. It's more of a personal Twitter, but I basically only talk about games there too. Follow me on Twitch. I do stream Monster Hunter World from time to time, and with new games coming out, I will try to be streaming Super Smash Bros. Ultimate when it comes out. Me and my wife intend on completely immersing ourselves in that, at least until Cyberpunk comes out. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. Let's continue to be a beautiful community of gamers and artists. Peace, love, and gaming.